The investment strategies in Rise of Kingdoms is constantly changing. 5551 Saladin. Is this still recommended to many of the free-to-play players and for mid-spenders? And even for big spenders, some of them work on a 5551 Saladin. Now in this video, we're going to look into Saladin. Gonna let you guys know if it's still okay for you guys to do a 5551 Saladin or not. And what are other heroes or commanders can you use if you're not working into a Saladin? And what is the investment strategy that we need to do now? So let's talk about this. Saladin is a wonderful commander within Rise of Kingdoms. You've got some great abilities from Saladin that cannot be replaced by many, cavalry commanders. You get that huge amount of damage factor, 1400, not bad. And you got that marching speed reduction, which is really great on the open field. And you get that healing effect reduction as well. As you guys know, there's many healers within the game. Now, in the early stages of the game, you're going to see a lot of Richards, and you're going to be able to use Saladin to counter that Richards healing. So Saladin plays a big role within the game in the early stage and maybe getting into the later stages of the game. A lot of players, a lot of free-to-play uses Saladin as a 5551 because you don't need to expertise Saladin to get its most maximum benefit or maximum capability in the battlefield. Now, when we look at the second skill in here, you get the cavalry buff in here. So you get the cavalry defense of 20%, which is huge. Cavalry attack bonus, which is 20% as well. And you also get a 5% marching speed bonus, which is very helpful for cavalry within the open field. Now, when we go into the third skill in here, the troops that are led by Saladin will have a skill damage taken reduction. 30%, which is huge, makes Saladin quite of a tanky, march in here. Then you also have a counterattack damage taken reduction of 20%. Again, tanky setup with Saladin. Now, when we look into the fourth skill in here, which, in the approach of what we're talking about is 5551, which you don't need to really work on this, you do get Commander deals 3% damage to the garrison, which is not really what you need. Not many players will really rally with Saladin. Now, free-to-play players, or the big spenders or the medium spenders that are going to be using Saladin will be on the open field majority of the time, so you don't really need this skill. Now, with that being said, without needing this, you cannot expertise Saladin. Now, when you expertise Saladin, all this does is that it increase some of the damages in here for your first skill to 300 damage factor, and then you also get 50% reducing marching speed to the enemy and healing effect of 50%. Just a little bit of a tweak there. Not really that huge to make a huge impact. This is why many players work on Saladin as a 5551. Now, here's the thing. 2023 investment on legendary commanders is so different, like last year. The strategy now is different. Some of the biggest recommendations now is working towards the SOC commanders. These Gen 2 commanders are kind of like being phased out. Now, here's the thing though, Saladin ain't all that bad because when you go into the museum, you can also get some Saladin buff in here as well. As you can see, you're getting 10% Cav's attack and 10% marching speed. Now, the Cav marching speed is not really that helpful because I would rather, Cavs are fast already, but I would rather have, maybe an active skill damage or actual, defense or something that it will be a raw stats that will help you to fight rather than, for marching speed. Oh, what is happening right now? I'm getting some resources. Wait, what? Somebody's giving me stone while we're making this video? Wow, shout out to Matt Achilles. Thank you for giving us stones. These are 5 million stones. Wow, that is good. Thank you. Maybe he's just being generous. Wow, that's amazing. All right, so let's talk about what are the other commanders that you can work on with cavalry. So, there's a lot of cavalry in here already. There's like Alexander Nevsky, which is a very good commander. You can technically just, if you're going to be investing in 5551 Saladin, that is okay. It's cheaper, right? But there are better cab commanders that you can do 5551 instead, because here's the thing. Maybe you have to think about this in a different perspective. Let's say you do a 5551 Saladin. You'll never expertise Saladin. You're never gonna get this extra little kind of tweak into his skills. But if you work on other legendary cavalry commander, you can work on them into 5551 and slowly get them maxed, and you get more benefit out of it. So completely just not working on Saladin and ignoring Saladin will be a much better approach within the 2023 and on progress within the game. When we look into the map overview and go to the immigration rules, you can see in the season 3, just right after season 2, right? Saladin is here. Season 3, you'll have a lot more access to a lot of commanders. So you're gonna see a lot more opponents in here. You can see the addition is absolutely insane. It's a lot. So with this thought process, you need to be looking into which is the best investment of your sculptures, your time, your speed ups, your gems, your resources. What is the best to get and to work on, right? Because if you are going to be still using Saladin and somebody is using something that is a higher class tier and will just wreck you in the battlefield, you want to invest onto that instead. So let's look at the new ones in here. All right, we'll go to cavalry. So for me, I've invested into Alexander Nevsky. As you can see, I've maxed out. But I didn't work on Saladin because like my thought process there is like, yeah, you can make it 5511, but if I can invest in something that is, you know, much stronger and much better, I would rather do that. So I invested in Alexander Nevsky. I'm not one of those who just really work on a 5551 setup. Not my style. So you can see, yeah, my Saladin here didn't really work on him. You know, Joan of Arc didn't get to work on her either, but I just had my Alexander Nevsky. But here's the thing. Moving on, what I would recommend for players is not investing in Alexander Nevsky, but what I'm going to suggest to you guys, you got to look into the new commanders that has been brought out within the game. Look at Huo. Huo is a quite well commander in here. So looking at the skill in here, you're going to be able to do 2,700 damage factor as a primary commander in comparison to Saladin, which is only 1,400 at the max in here. Now you have ability to reduce the marching speed. All right, we are going to be reducing the marching speed at 50%. So much better. This guy is only able to do 30%. So that's huge. Now the thing is that there's no healing debuff in here from Huo, but you know what? I don't care about the healing debuff. Not every commander has healing, right? So I would rather work on higher damage. I can get better KP, better points. So Huo is a much better option than working into a Saladin just for the first skill. So you know what I'm trying to say here. Now moving into the second skill. Cavalry units led by this commander, by Huo, will get 40% attack bonus. And you get more marching speed. If you're outside the Alliance territory, you will gain 15% marching speed. And then when you see archers, you get 5% more attack, which is so much better. So when we look into here, you're getting 20% only for attack bonus. Here you're getting 40%, and you'll have much faster march as well. Most of the time you're going to be out of territory as well. You get huge impact into the battlefield rather than Saladin. You get more defense from Saladin though. You only get 5% marching speed. But come on, Huo is just far more superior just looking into the first two skills so far. Now when we look into the third skill, Dragon of the Desert. Now if this commander has been on the map for at least 30 seconds and has fought at least one battle already, or has previously triggered the Autumn Wing. So the Autumn Wing is about this. Resets the rage of this commander's troop, all temporary buff and debuff, and the amount of time it has been in combat. So basically, what's going to happen in here is that you will deal 10% more skill damage, or 30% at the max, so making it so much more stronger. And you'll also have a rage requirement reduction of 150. Think about Saladin. Think about Genghis Khan with the rage reduction. And a normal attack damage bonus as well at 10%. So after 15 seconds, your troop will deal 15% more normal attack damage. Huge, much better. Just making 555 already, you're doing so much better than a Saladin in here. With third skill of Saladin, you're getting that tanky and then counterattack. Rather than this, you're going on that nice offense, whoever you're targeting. And you're getting a lot of bonus in here. And even more is that you have that rage reduction as well, which is so much better, right? You get to cast this so much faster. Now, fourth skill in here. So in the idea of Saladin, we're just having that fourth skill as one because it's a conquering skill. But now when we look at Huo, this is not a conquering skill, right? This is going to work in the open field. When attacking enemy troops, cavalry units led by this commander will gain. Now, this is where you get your defense. 30%. So this at very minimum here, you get 10% cav defense bonus. Here, right, you get defense. Where is the defense? You get, 20% only. You're getting 50% of it already from, just a fourth skill in here, which is insane, right? So much better already. Maximum 30%. And then your skill damage will also increase further to 20%. And then whenever you defeat enemy's troop, some of the slightly wounded will be healed at a 1500 healing factor. So you want to target like people that are dying because you want to just kill them off in the field so that you can get that healing. All right. Cooldown 8 seconds, does not reset after exiting combat. Just keep that in mind. Now, if you manage to get, Huo expertise, I think is so much better. If you're going to invest in Saladin, divert your sculptures into Huo instead. Saladin is dead, in my opinion. And if you have Saladin still, it is what it is. You've made use of Saladin. It's now time to switch to a new generation of commander. So within the expertise, you're going to be enhancing the battlefield appropriation. That's going to be this fourth skill. So once it's expertise, as you can see, we increase this from 30% to 35%, from 20% to 25%. That's huge. And then when you gain this autumn wind that we've talked about earlier, you are now getting that 3000 healing factor whenever you defeat a slightly wounded units. So my official suggestion to many of you guys here today is to work on Huo instead of working on Saladin. Hold your sculptures, wait for Huo to come out, and obtain Huo and invest in Huo. It will be a much better setup in your 2023 approach within Rise of Kingdoms. Now, don't beat yourself if you've invested in Saladin. It's completely okay. You made use of that commander. Of course, there's always going to be new gens that are going to be coming out. Eventually, same thing is going to happen to Huo. He's going to be phased out. New one's going to come in. Same thing with what happened to Saladin. If you guys liked the video today, don't forget to smash like, and I'll see you again next time. Don't forget to subscribe.